Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Arc Basics, a show where we break down the ABCs of how to start an arc, how to accomplish things, how to achieve things, how to be the best you possibly can be. That's right, we're going with the full ABCs of arc. A for arc, B for basics, C for, well, whatever you want it to be. C can be anything. Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to Arc Basics. I'm Phlinger Phoo, and today we're going to be discussing one of my favorite dinosaurs, or one of my favorite creatures in all of Arc. I realize a lot of people don't call them dinosaurs if they're not really dinosaurs, but to me, everything in Arc is a dinosaur, including this Mesopithecus on my shoulder, which I lovingly call Phoo. Everything on your shoulder is a Phoo. Anyway, back to the basics. All right, today we're going to be talking about the Argentavis. It's not really a Cadillac of the sky. That would be more of a Quetzal. I would say it'd be probably the Jeep of the sky. You can use it for everything. I mean, it's great. You can go off-road, you can go on-road, you can use a winch to it. No, not really. But hey, today we're going to be discussing the Argentavis because these things have so much use in them, especially after the TLC patch. These guys are absolutely amazing. But we're not going to be able to do that here on this beach like I've been doing with all the other basics. Today, we're going to have to go to the mountains. All right, so hey, make sure that you grab your stego kibble. Make sure you're pretty well prepared before you do this with me. I have trank darts. I have trank arrows, but today all we're going to be using, and I'm going to be using this right here because by the time you get to an Argent, you will either have a decent crossbow or you will have a crossbow. So today I'm going to be using this lovely little apprentice crossbow. I don't want to use a Mastercraft crossbow because that would, yeah, not everybody will have something that good. But this right here, it's a 1.5 damage apprentice crossbow, so it'll do just fine. All right, so hey, let's take this thing down there, and then, yeah, we're going to get ready. I would normally use bows and stuff like that, but when it comes down to knocking out Argentavises, or taming Argentavises, or trapping Argentavises, or anything with Argentavises, they have a lot of torpor, but not as much health as they have torpor. So if you use a regular bow, you have chances to kill it before it's actually knocked out. With a crossbow, you still have that chance to kill it, but the chance is a lot less than normal. So we're going to take this thing, we're going to drag this sucker right down there, we're going to take some trank arrows, we're going to put those suckers right down there, and then we're going to use that. Now, I would use a trank gun or a long neck rifle for this, but not everybody's going to have access to tranquilizer darts by this time, because here, let me show you. Argent saddle is 62. Trank darts, 62. So a lot of times people are going to want to tame up an Argentavis before they hit level 62. So as soon as they hit 62, they can craft that saddle, and they can fly their Argent, and they can be, amazing out in the sky. That means you're probably not going to have access to tranquilizer darts as quick as you can have access to an Argent. So we're not going to be using tranquilizer darts, even though tranquilizer darts are the preferred method of knocking these guys out. Just so you know, yeah. Tranquilizer darts, good. Crossbows, good. Increased quality crossbows, better. Increased quality trank darts, better. Don't use bows. Skip bows on these unless if you want to. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more risky of a tame. You can do it. I can show you how to do it, and I might actually show you guys how to do it. But you're probably going to have to feed it halfway through the tame, and I can show you how to do that as well. Because a lot of times when it comes to these tames, with where they have more torpor than they have health, sometimes you do have to feed them in the middle of the tame, and I'll show you how to do that as well. All right, so hey, for now, we need to in order to tame an Argentavis, we need to go get our Pteranodon, and the only way to get our Pteranodon is we got to fly there. Yes, and I don't have any other methods of flying other than my Pelagornis over there, and he's staying over here for the basics. So, hey, all right, so let's get over here and flinger away. All right. There we go, and there we go. All right, see you guys in a bit. All right, so now we're over here. I'm leaving my main base, and we are coming out with just a Pteranodon. Let me show you what we've got. I've got my armor. I've got my Pteranodon. I've got some trank arrows. I've got some more arrows with me, and I've got some narcotics. Now, we're not going to need narcotics for the Argentavis specifically. We're going to need those if we need to make more trank arrows. And I just want to do that on the fly because I don't want to have to use them up if I don't have to. But yeah, so yeah, let's get up here. Let's go up to the mountains. Now, when you're looking for Argentavis, for the most part, you just want to look for big mountainous areas, big hilly areas, stuff like that, because that's where the Argentavises tend to migrate to. Here, we're going to be able to start seeing some here in just a few minutes, or here in just a moment right up here. All right, let's, up here. Argentavis should be just right here. Aloes, I don't want aloes. Right there, there's some Argents right there. All right, now when you're looking for Argents, looking for high-level Argents, because that's usually one of the biggest prizes when it comes to Arc, for when you're just out and about and doing stuff, for mounts, is you want to get the best quality Argent you possibly can, and I don't think this guy's going to survive. He might. All right, you're only level 25. So what you want to do, you want to make sure that you go around and you look for just the best, right, perfect Argent that you possibly can. And for me, I always view going out hunting for Argents as kind of like a rite of passage. If you can find the real high level one, the one that just perfectly fits your playstyle, or just the one that perfectly fits the way you prefer seeing, you know, riding on one. Yeah, it's just so amazing. I love Argents. All right, let's see. It's level 20. I'm not having any good luck ones, but yeah. And also sometimes level overcomes, you know, if it looks good or if it looks bad. It's just the way it goes. I mean, if you can't find a good looking Argent, find a high level one. So yeah, and also when you get into breeding on the Argents, yeah, you can get some really amazing super bred Argents going. Get over here. I'm going to be taking a look, seeing if I can find one. I'll bring you guys back because we're going to also be covering the pen. Here, let me actually do that really quick while I'm out here looking for these Argents. Level 10. And none of them are very good high level. But yeah, I'm going to do all this stuff off camera, go and find a perfect high level one. And then, yeah, here, let's get up top. And then let's discuss what type of pen that you want, because it's a really, really easy pen to make, and I'll show you. All right, so here we are. This right here is a pen I made a long time ago, and I'm going to show you exactly how I made it. Okay, so now this right here, let's get out an old pointer. Okay, so what we want right here is you can have it so where it's just pillars coming down. I actually have other things added to it. So where it makes it a little bit easier. Now, I just want to be able to run through the sides right here. Now, with this one right here, you can go through it on this side right here with a Pteranodon. And here, let me show you. If we just pop right on the Pteranodon, you can go right through it, just like that. But an Argent can't go through that. And you see how I just have it made? I have it made up with pillars. I have it made up with, doors, with stone doorways. And that way there, you only want it so where your Pteranodon can fit through it, but Argents can't. All right, now, say if we were going to do it with just pillars, you would want to kind of have it every other one because Argents can't fit through that, but I like it like this, so where just in case if there's like, say like a saber-tooth up here on the hill, I can go through and I can get it stuck in there, or I can fend off saber-tooths from being on the inside. But yeah, it just makes it easier to do that, and yeah, it's just, all it is pillars right here, pillars right at the edge of the foundations. There's 6 foundations right here, pillars going all the way up, and then I have a dino gateway right here with a dino gate, and then I have doors right like this, just so I can go through it like that. Now I could take out the doors, add more pillars, come down, Argent still can't go through there, but I like it like this. Yeah, you can do it the same way, or you can do it like this, or you can do it a different way. It all depends on your play style, how you like it. But just remember that if you take pillars and then you do every other one, right like this, with just a pillar right there, pillar right here, then an Argent's not going to be able to fit through here. So you can leave that open if you want. I don't have it open because I actually like to use my taming pins sometimes as little AFK beds up here on the mountain just in case, and I don't have to worry about things going through. And I saw a really cool Argent down here that I think I want to knock out because it was really cool looking. Now I just have to figure out where he went. All right, there he is. Now, he's not completely max level, but this guy looks really sharp. So we're going to take this guy. We're going to run down here with our Pteranodon, and we're just going to aggro him. We're not going to fight back. We're not going to attack him at all. All we're going to do is slowly guide him. That's it. See, he's going to lose aggro, and then when he loses aggro, we just go and we grab him again. Get aggro, get him to chase us. Now, he might have to hit us a few times, but that's fine. I mean, he's not really doing that much damage. 23 damage per time. Oh, that is a really nice looking Argent over there. What level are you, buddy? You suck. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get up here, up to our taming pen, slowly get this guy to follow us through here. And it's gonna be a slow process, but doing it like this, you can actually pull an Argent all the way across the map just by doing this, by staying just out of its attack range. And then we're gonna fly right into here, fly right through here, and now he's stuck. Now all we have to do, hop off here, make sure you're on passive, close the door, and now he's stuck. There's no getting out of there. We can tame him at our leisure. Yeah. All right, so now let's do this. And it wouldn't be appropriate for me to accidentally use some stone, or for me to tame an Argent without accidentally using some stone arrows, because I always do that. But I'm going to skip that today. I'm just going to realize that I've done that so many times. So yeah, now I'm going to get over here, and he can still kind of hit us through here, but we want to be a little bit careful and just kind of shoot him at our leisure. Now, you want to make sure that when you start shooting him with the crossbow, that you don't shoot him too fast. I'm missing with all my shots. Dude, seriously, man? There we go. All right, you want to make sure that you go a little bit easy, because he only has so much health, and like I said earlier, he's got so much more torpor than he's got health. So it is quite easy to actually kill them with a crossbow using trank arrows. So you want to be very careful on it. Hit him a few times, let the torpor sink in, because when it comes down to anything that adds tranquilizers, unless if it's a shocking prod, an electrical prod, it's going to, or a slingshot or punching, it's going to take a little bit for the torpor to affect him, because when you're using trank arrows, I believe there's a it's the upfront damage, and then it deals twice again the amount of damage over the next 4 seconds in torpor. So this right here on increased stuff, it does 78 torpor, and then it'll add more torpor over the next 4 seconds. And on those dot is cumulative, so it will add up. And then also headshots affect them more as well. You see, he's already getting bloody, which means we kind of want to take it easy and let that dot do its magic. Go slow. And now he's out. Okay, now say if we were using a regular crossbow or a bow and arrow, and because that's all we had access to, see how much damage he has? He would have been much lower in health by the time he finally got knocked out. Now, when that happens, all you have to do is go grab something small with your Pteranodon, say like a Lystrosaurus or something like that, and then you take it and then you kill it probably you hover right around here, or you can just kill it right here and you don't harvest its body, and then you take that, you hop off, you grab it, you can use the reticule, and then you drag body, and then you drag it right over here. You might get hit, but all you try to do is come right over like this, so where it actually hits you and then harvests the animal, and then he'll heal up. Yeah, that's how you do that with dinos that have less hit points than they have torpor. You sometimes have to feed them in the middle of the tame. So if they start getting really bloody, just realize you might have to do that. All right, but now that we've got this guy knocked out, one of the easiest ways of doing this is just starving him out, because he's going to take prime meat to feed up. Either that or he's going to take stego kibble. I don't have stego kibble. If we have stego kibble right now, I would just take it and just throw him on there, but I haven't covered stego kibble with the basics, and since we are just talking about the basics, we're going to tame this guy up with prime meat. So now every time that he eats while he's unconscious, Oh, he's going to, go for the highest meat in his inventory, which we're going to make sure is prime meat before we put anything on him. If we put regular meat on him right now, he would still eat that, and he'd try to tame up with it, and it would ruin his taming effectiveness. He'd go to crap, and it just wouldn't be a very good Argent. So now, see this food stat right here? We're going to take this, and we're going to lower this all the way down to probably about 5,800. Yeah, it's going to take a while, but it's going to be completely worth it. That way there, when we finally throw a bunch of prime meat on him, he's just going to, bam, tame up, and he's going to be ours. Yes. And that way there, we only have to go out for a few prime meat runs, if that. Maybe only one prime meat run. We just have to make sure we get enough prime meat on the very first time. So I'll bring you guys back when it's time to go out and get that, and I will cover some of the ways of getting the prime meat really easily, especially with the Pteranodon, which is really easy. All right, and I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, so now that that guy's been starved out he's been starved out for quite a while. I actually went all the way through the nighttime. It's back around to the day. So now the easiest way to get prime meat from around this area, Stegos, Diplos, and other Argents. That is the easiest way. If you find a bunch of Stegos out like this, you can just come down, you can waste them real quick. I mean, it's usually really, really easy with a Pteranodon. You just kind of float above them, or you just tank them up like this. Yeah, they're not going to do too much damage to you. Yeah, they will hit you a little bit, but it's really not too bad at all. So yeah, once you get enough prime meat, and I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to get some more prime meat, you can run over there. I would say don't go back with unless you have about 20 prime meat in your inventory. And I'm just getting some, and I'll bring you guys back when I've got a bunch. All right, coming back in here with a bunch of prime meat, hopping down like this. And we're going to take all the prime meat with a little bit of regular meat just in case. Now, I do that just in case if he runs out of regular meat, and if he runs out of prime meat, he's still going to have something to eat. Because if he loses whatever you put on him, or if he loses in all this prime meat, and he doesn't have anything on him, his taming is going to go way, way down. Yeah, the taming bar is going to start slowly dropping. So even though that would give him next to nothing, he would still have it. But now that we've got him up, now we're just going to take this and we're going to go over and we're going to craft a saddle. All right, so I'm going to bring you guys back, and then I'm going to show you at the base after we craft a saddle for this guy. And then, yeah, it turns out to be these guys are amazing. All right, I can't wait to share all this stuff with you. All right, now back here at my main base. All right, now we're going to discuss what it takes to make the Argent saddle. All right, now the Argent saddle is actually kind of easy to make. They're not designed to be super hard to make. It's just 150 chitin keratin, which at this point in time, by the time you reach level 62, you should have an overabundance of it. 185 fiber, no big deal. 350 hide, once again, at this stage of the game, you should have no problems with either of the chitin keratin or the hide. It should be very easy. And this is just crafted directly from inventory. No smithy, no anything like that. All right, but we're not going to craft one right yet. We're going to actually just take the one off this bird right here that I have, Super Dodo, and this guy is, this guy's pretty important to me. All right, so we're going to take it down, we're going to put it on this brand new one that we just tamed. We're going to stick that sucker right there. Now, you'll notice that now that we've got this saddle on here, these guys are actually, their saddles work as smithies, which is very, very cool. So you can craft everything that you need to from a regular smithy in these guys. And not only that, they also get a weight reduction on a bunch of different things. Now they have weight reduction on, here's the list, black pearls, crystal, metal ingots, not just raw metal, but also the metal ingots themselves, obsidian, organic polymer, regular polymer, and stone. So combine that with the weight reduction on those things, which is a 50% weight reduction with an already huge weight stat, and these guys will be just, oh man, you can get these guys really, really well leveled for all sorts of different things, which is really, really cool. All right, so now that we've got the weight reduction discussed, the fact that their saddle is a smithy discussed, let's also talk about some certain builds that you want with these guys. Now you can have, you can either have an attack Argent, which with an attack Argent, you probably want to level up what I normally level up. Here, I actually have my Super Dodo right down here. Now this guy right here is what I use for a day-to-day, everyday use kind of thing, which is pretty much designed as an attack bird. All right, now I've leveled him up a little bit in his health, not too much. But he's got tons of stamina. Tons of stamina. This guy's been with me for a long time. And then I've got a little bit extra added to his weight and a bunch of melee damage. This guy hits like a truck. He can take a little bit of damage, and he can stay airborne really long time, which means there's not much that this guy can't take on. Plus, with his 700% melee damage, he hits like a truck. It's so cool. Also, another benefit to having an attack RG is when they kill something, when they harvest the corpse, for the next few seconds, I believe it's 15 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, they get a regeneration buff. So if you're in the, fighting a pack of something and something's wounded, take out the little guy first, so where its corpse is just there, and then harvest its corpse with the RG, which will give you some regeneration for taking out the rest of the pack. It's really cool, and it's really handy, and it's really amazing. All right, so now also we're going to be discussing a few more builds. All right, so say if you wanted to go with just a long distance Argent, I would say just get this guy up with just stamina. Pump his stamina as much as possible. The more stamina that you have on these guys, the longer you can stay in the air. All right, and then with a fully leveled Argent with nothing but stamina, you can make it from one end of the island to the other, one end of Ragnarok to the other. I generally like to stop my Argents at about 2,500 or so, because that way the Argent can go from like about halfway across Ragnarok without having to stop for stamina. But you still have to stop maybe once if you go from one end of Ragnarok to the other. All right. But say if you want to have like a farming animal, one of these guys, so where you can go up, you can go get a whole bunch of metal, and then you can bring it back down. I would say worry a little bit about stamina, not too much. I'd say probably about 1 out of every 5 points go into stamina, and the rest just dump all of it into weight. You can get these guys up with an amazingly impressive weight stat. It is pretty cool. I mean, I've seen Argents with 3,000, 4,000 weight, especially some super bred Argents can get all the way up to like 5,000 weight. It's really impressive how much stuff these guys can carry, especially if they're with their weight reduction. It's pretty good. All right, and then say if you want to go for more of a multi-use or more of a tank RG, seriously? Apparently Adilla wanted to come in here and pick a fight. That wasn't a very good decision, dude. Alright, so, yeah, life decisions and all that. Alright, so say if you want to have like a tank RG, something that's good for soaking up a bunch of damage, you can just pump these guys in health, and you can get their health stat very impressive. It's pretty cool. You can get all the way up to like 15,000, sometimes even more than that, maybe in 20,000 if you wanted to, and they will actually soak up a ton of damage. Yeah, you'll be sacrificing a little bit on stamina and melee damage, but that's really, you know, that when you're talking about taking up so much damage, or the amount of damage these guys can do, or they can soak up, it's pretty dang impressive. Alright, so yeah, that's it for the builds on these guys. Now let's talk about a few other things. Alright, so now we're going to talk about a few things that these guys can do now that it's raining. Thank you, Ark. Alright, so these guys can actually pick up quite a bit of stuff, and that's just using the right-click ability. You can pick up parasaurs, you can pick up Equus, you can pick up all sorts of really cool stuff. And then it makes taming a lot easier in Ark. These guys right here are going to be your go-to dino for the most part when it comes to taming up dinosaurs. So we could just take one of these dinosaurs, and we could take it and we can drop it into a taming pen, and then we can just knock it out at our leisure, which is actually really, really cool. It makes these guys have so much more use than what most other dinosaurs have. And we'll just take that and we'll just put him right here. Bam, and we'll put him in there. And for the most part, he can pick up anything smaller than him or anything pretty much the same size, because Argents can carry quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, we couldn't pick up that Therizinosaurus. I wouldn't even want to try. But we could pick up that Parasaur that's right next to him, which is kind of cool. That way there, if we wanted to, we could just take him, put him in taming pen, and then knock him out whenever we're ready to tame him. It's very, very cool. Alright, so now that we've covered that, now we actually talk about these guys. They can carry more than one type of dino and in more than one place. Here, let me show you. Now, this next little bit it involves picking things up with their beak. You see, you got to get it right. Nope, no. Alright, you got to be right over it. Come on. You're not doing it. Why aren't you doing it? There we go. So now we go like this. Use the C attack. And see, look at this. now we have the Mesopithecus in our mouth. It's so cool. So now, if we wanted to carry multiple things, we could just come down here. We could grab our... Wrong button. We could grab this guy right down here. And our Mesopithecus, plus have another one on our shoulder. That way there, we could actually carry 3 dinos with this guy. Well, 1 shoulder pet, 1 smaller animal, plus a regular big-sized dino. And you could just carry it up to, like, the mountain and go harvest stuff, anything like that. It's really, really cool, some of the stuff you can do with these guys. But, yeah. Alright, so now that we've covered all that, hopefully I covered everything that I can when it comes down to the Argent. Let's drop you. Alright. And then you just use their regular attack again to drop it. And then, yeah, so hey, I think I covered everything. I hope I covered everything. If I didn't cover everything, then make sure to leave it down in the comments down below. I appreciate that. I mean, when it comes down to the Argent, it's easy to miss some of these things they can do because they can just do so much in this game. It's very impressive, all the things they can do. So, hey, yeah, if you liked the video, make sure you click that like button. I really appreciate that. And until next time, this is Phlinger Phoo, and take it easy, everybody. And also, I will leave a link in the end of this video, so where it'll show you a few different taming pen ideas, so where you can tame Argentavises, plus also how to tame a Pteranodon. That way there, you know exactly how to do it, and then also just so where another video that I did to what all the Argent can do. All right, so hey, until next time, take it easy, everybody.